Hi, in this video I have the WAHL Cordless Lithium-Ion multi-cut hair clipper kit. Here it is, and I'm going to quickly do a review. Right, in this video I've cut two people's hair. I'm going to show you me cutting the hair. I also use this on my face. I'm going to show you how I use this to shave my face, and then I will wrap up and give you my final thoughts. Right, so this is the cordless one. If you're familiar with the WAHL products, I'm sure you know the WAHL multi-cut clipper, and then they had this one for a while. This one was not really one that I enjoyed. This one I've used for more than 20 years. I've cut hundreds of people's hair, and the only problem with this one is the blade sometimes goes blunt and you just change the blade. Right, so over here I have the lithium-ion battery, and I'll quickly show you the weight of it. So it only weighs 252 grams. And if I compare that to the multi-cut, you can see 443 grams. And if you had this one, 427 grams. So you can see that the cordless one is significantly lighter, and that's one of the main reasons why I like it. Right, in the package, they're very generous, starting from a half, then you got a one and a half, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the ear, the left ear and the right ear. They also give you a comb, a little cleaner, a little brush, this little scissors over here, and the oil to lubricate the blades. And having a look at the blade, you can see that it's the same blade as the multi-cut. Right, to put on the bit, it is pretty snug. So as you can see, I slide it in there, and then it's got this clip at the back, and it's definitely more snug than the older models. And what I need to do is really press it down there, and you can see it is actually held firmly in place. I'm just showing that it's even deformed, that it's holding so tightly in place. So you don't have to worry about this falling off. Really, that's not going to happen. And to take it off, I just unclip it. I do still prefer the older bits from my older unit. I find it slips in much easier and it clips in nicely. And as you can see, it doesn't have that deformation. So you will notice a slight difference on the new generation of bits. For example, on the sides there, it is covered, whereas the old ones was actually open. There's an older bit, and you can see that it's open there, while the new one is closed on the side. Alright, so this is the battery operated version, so it'll come with your country specific adapter, and there it's got the 2-pin plug, which goes in at the back here. So when I plug it in, the light is green because it is already fully charged. If it is discharged, it will be red. It goes green when the battery is fully charged. You can use this while it is plugged in, so there's no problem. As you can see, I've switched it on. Right, so I'm going to demonstrate me cutting two people's hair, and then I'm going to show you that I use this to shave my face, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, so this is the before. You can see how long the hair is, and here I'm using the lithium-ion multi-cut. What I like about it, it is very light, so it's much easier to maneuver. I find actually I can cut the hair quicker because it's so light. Right, this is a 2, I've put it in the middle there. And I'm fading a 2 into a 4. Right, now I've removed the bits. I'll put it to the minimum. Just check, can't cut you. Now in this video, I specifically only used the multi-cut. I didn't want to show me using blades in that, because I want you to see the haircut just with the multi-cut and obviously a scissors. So there you can see the finished haircut. And now I'm going to cut another person's hair, also using the multi-cut and just the scissors. So just comparing it to the corded one is for me a bit slower, and also the cord keeps getting in the way. It keeps going over the person. There is the finished haircut just with the multi-cut. Now I actually use this to shave my face, believe it or not. So I just take all the bits off, and then I just give myself, I wouldn't call it a close shave, but it's fair. Okay, it doesn't even take 2 minutes to use it to shave my face. Okay, so here I've done the shave. This took about a minute and a half or even less, and you can see it's not a close shave, but it would be my day 2 or day 3 had I just used a razor. Now, you're probably not supposed to clean it under the tap. I just clean mine like this. when I wash mine, I wash it at an angle. So water is going downwards. So gravity is keeping the water down. I would never wash it like this with the tap like this, because then water would get inside. All right, so my thoughts on this lithium-ion multi-cut clipper is that I really like it. I feel like there's very good value here. It is light, so you maneuver the haircut much quicker. It is much easier to use this than this one, and the bit size is the same. While this one, the bit size is actually narrower, and I never really liked this version. So I like the fact that WAHL kept with the same size bits. I like the fact that they've used the same blade. Now, one thing I did notice is if I switch it on, it works very well with the battery, and when I plug it in, it just has a little bit more power as I plug it in. So if I unplug it, it just goes down a little bit. But does that mean that it doesn't cut hair well when it is on the battery? No, not at all. This thing works really well. I never felt like it was out of power or it wasn't strong enough when I was cutting the hair. I like the fact that I can wash it under a tap. All right, so just in terms of the materials, look, this does feel a bit cheap in the hand. It doesn't feel that premium. The switch works really well. I'm not complaining about the quality of the switch, but if I just show you the slider here, there's the slider. You can see how it deflects quite a lot. I don't know if that's by design or it's just because this material is a bit weak. For example, if I show you the old one, it is more rigid. Just looking at it, when I feel the old one, it just feels like the materials are stronger. I've cut two people's hair, and then what I did is I left it on just like that for half an hour, and I never had a problem. So that means that you could cut at least 3 people's hair. The manual says it will be fully charged within 2 hours. And if it's not charged, as I said, you can use it while it's plugged in. I think this is a great device. I will be using this in future. And as I said, I also use it to shave my face because I'm very lazy. All right, so thanks for watching, and cheers.